president said, let's move on. The next award is named after Regis F. Groff, who was a member of the United States Air Force, a school teacher, and a politician. He was the second African American elected to the Colorado State Senate, where he served for 20 years. He is noted for always putting the needs of the people before politics. These two young people exemplify their commitment to addressing the needs of the people. One is concerned with climate change, which will impact the current and future generation. The other awardee is concerned about the needs of youth who have vulnerabilities due to their experience with the foster care system. Let's learn more about these young leaders.
Nijel Murray was 14 years old when he started Clothes for Kids in Las Vegas, Nevada.
About a year ago, me and my family, we went through a stage where we fostered a child, and when we picked him up from Child Haven, all of his clothes were either way too big for him or way too small.
Right.
You could tell that he really didn't want to wear the clothes, and I thought this probably happened to a lot of other foster kids.
Of course.
So I just felt like I can do something about it just to help out.
He started putting together duffel bags of name brand clothes for youth in the foster care system when he realized they were traveling from home to home with their belongings in a trash bag. He was profiled on People and was invited to tell his story on The Kelly Clarkson Show. The clothes are donated by individuals and companies and has provided duffel bags full of clothing and other basic necessities to over 2,000 young people in Las Vegas.
How can we say something is fake, but we see it every day? How can we say something is not there when we inhale it, we drink it, we eat it, and say nothing is wrong? We want to see our greatest threat. We want to see what is causing us pain. We want someone to blame. Look in the mirror.
Aniya Butler is determined to be heard. At 15 years of age, she is already being recognized for her leadership in the Bay Area in anti-racism advocacy and climate activism. Her work with the Youth versus Apocalypse group focuses on giving voice to people of color, particularly youth, when it comes to social justice and the environment. She received a 2022 award in environmental humanities from the University of Utah. She's a poet who uses her art to bring attention to racism, police brutality, and global warming, and encourages other artists to do the same. The 2022 Regis F. Groff Youth Award honorees, the Selfless one, Nijel Murray, and the Earth Advocate, Aniya Butler.
Good evening, y'all. I am honored to be even considered and selected as a recipient for the 2022 Senator Regis Groff Youth Award. I am so grateful to be in this space with y'all and for my name to be alongside a man who fought in the same movement I worked to carry on every day. I was aware of climate change as a very relevant issue, but I felt I did not need to contribute my time to the movement. Climate justice was generally defined as just saving the bees and turtles and not saving my people. I did not view climate change and climate justice as something that was connected to the struggles of my community. This false mainstream narrative perpetuates the silencing of Indigenous and Black communities, communities who not only are on the front lines of the climate crisis, but have also been spearheading the movement for decades. Before achieving climate justice, we have to recognize that the same system that allows low-income BIPOC communities to breathe poisoned air and drink poisoned water is the same system that allowed the theft of native land, genocide of Indigenous people, and the kidnapping and enslavement of African people. We have to recognize the oppressive foundation of our country and our world, a foundation that has created a normalized culture of oppression and violence. These foundations of oppression not only fuel the climate crisis, but every other form of injustice. This understanding of intersectionality is rooted in my work as an organizer and as a poet. Focusing on the bees and turtles allows people to dismiss the millions of people displaced, poisoned, and murdered by climate change. It is easier for our leaders, greedy corporations, and those with power to ignore these lives because they profit from the inflicted violence amongst these frontline communities. As a youth organizer, I'm constantly asked why I do the work that I do, and the most simple answer is for the survival of my community, my planet, and myself. Being an organizer is not something that I do for fun, not just my job, and something that I do in my free time. It is not one of my hobbies. It is my fullest attempt to help stop the climate chaos we are about to step more into. Again, I'm deeply honored to receive this award. It is amazing to be recognized and receive an award from my community, one that I have been fighting for since I was 8 years old. I don't do this work just to be an inspiration. I do it to put pressure on those in power, including all of you, to put everything in this fight, just as teenagers like me are doing, so we don't feel like it's our issue alone to make a change. Climate justice is not a future issue, it's an issue now. Frontline communities, especially youth, are depending on those with power to fight alongside us. I think we can all agree that the best award will be able to come together, recognize the connection of our struggles, and use that unity to fight against the climate chaos. I believe through unity, creativity, and resistance, we can and we will rebuild a world where every living thing is allowed to thrive. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. It is an extreme honor to be here to receive this award today. I'm very humbled to be here. Back in 2018, Clothes for Kids was just an idea in my head, but through the generosity of the Las Vegas community, Clothes for Kids has been able to change the lives of over 4,000 children here in Las Vegas. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always having my back and you guys' continued support. I would not be here without you guys today. Clothes for Kids' motto is, "It takes a village to raise a child." So thank you to all of you guys who have been a part of Clothes for Kids Village and helping to change the lives of each child that we serve. Thank you, guys.
Aniya and Nijel, on behalf of the National Black Caucus of State Legislators, I am presenting each of you with a $5,000 check from NBCSL in support of your initiatives.
Man, that is nice.
Yes, and wait,
Wait.
there's more. The Regis Groff Foundation is also presenting these two young people with the check. We all know that it's great to give and receive accolades, but to provide financial resources is the best motivation to continue the work they are doing. Thank you, NBCSL and the Regis Groff Foundation, for demonstrating the epitome of putting your money where your heart is. Let's congratulate these outstanding young people again and encourage them on their journey to excellence.
Mr. President.